Good day, guys. You're welcome to Nova Global One-on-One. Today, right here is a live interaction between myself and a prominent member from the campus of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Kindly like and subscribe to our channel, and also comment below who you want us to interview next, then your favorite candidate you'd like to see from all campuses across the field. Ladies and gentlemen, Abdul Salam Abdullah. Hello, boss. Hello, my friends. Before we start everything, I want to know how you feel being here, how how you felt when we called upon you to have this one-on-one conversation.
Yeah, I feel very grateful and I feel very honored to be given the opportunity to come here and share the experience and then how the journey has been so far as an SLC presidential aspirant. So let me use this opportunity to say thank you to Nova for giving me this opportunity.
All right, all right. So if your viewers would like to know um, who exactly do we have here? A lot of people have heard the name Abdul Salam on KNUST campus. If you are watching me from KNUST, yes, you've heard the name and then you've seen him going up and down on your campus. Today is here. So we would like to ask who exactly you are and then why are you here?
Yeah, so as you said, I'm Abdul Salam Abdullah. I'm a third year mechanical engineering student and a candidate for this year's SLC presidential race. Yeah, that's it.
All right, sure. So where did you start school? And yes, where did you emerge from? The school you started and how you go to KNUST.
Okay, so I started my education. I went to quite number of schools. Yeah, that's for the ones I could remember. And I completed my primary education in Santo KKMA Basic School in Accra. And then next I went to Maoli School in the Wuta region to pursue my secondary education. And here I am now in KNUST reading mechanical engineering.
Okay, mechanical engineering student. Yes, so that's nice. So you're an engineering student. That's impressive. I also know that you are an NSMKO candidate in SHS. You qualified from the quarterfinals to the you reached the quarterfinals from the regional stage to the you were the first person to qualify something like that, your regional. Yes. We don't see these people in politics. So why do you choose this path as yes, an NSMK candidate joining politics?
Yeah, so I believe that in wherever I do, I need to leave an impact. I need to leave a mark. And from but way back at JHS, I was the senior prefect, and so they remember me for the massive impact I left there. And when I got to SHS, I did NSMQ. I won the regional championship for the first time, and fortunately, I got to the quarterfinal stage, but then I couldn't proceed. And now I'm in KNUST. And the question is, do I just want to pass through KNUST or I want KNUST to pass through me? And I've always wanted to leave a mark and have impact wherever I go to. And I found purpose in student leadership. Well, like student leadership is one of the ways in which I could impact the lives of many people and in which I could build a legacy. And here I am aspiring to be the next SLC president.
Oh, that's nice. It's quite a huge task to take upon yourself as a student trying to be the president of the entire university. The capacity of about 80,000. I think KNUST is quite has the same capacity as one of the constituencies.
Yes.
Kind of constituencies, and it's impressive.
Yes.
Yes. So from here now, you can even go for a for study.
Yeah,
Or you
very
can-
right. Very right.
So give us your full story. What made you join student politics? Like a full journey.
Yeah, so what you are saying is very true. KNUST's population is about 80 to 100,000, and that is very difficult considering that you have to reach out to all of these people and make your intentions known to them. Um, I mean, it has not been an easy journey. We've really come this far. So I mean, the journey hasn't been easy from the start. There've been a lot of challenges along the line.
Is your full story? What made you join politics?
Yeah, so when I came to SHS first year, I've always wanted to leave an impact. So I wanted to run for SRC president. When I came to uni first year, I saw how the SRC aspirants came to our rooms, our classes, and I got attracted by it. So I mean, I already had a passion to lead, but then along the line, it's not just ambition. I want to serve the students of the university, and that is how I found myself in student leadership.
Okay, it's quite challenging, like you said, it's to be the entire resources head. I mean, you always see us. So what personal experience would you have when you say, okay, for this one day, I have to be the resource person? Personal experience that you ever share.
So when I was in second year, there were a lot of issues, security issues happening on campus. One girl, Joanna, got killed by her boyfriend.
Shout out Joanna. She got killed, Charlie RIP.
Rest in peace to her, and my condolences to the family and all. So Joanna got killed, got brutally murdered by her boyfriend, and I could see that after that incident happened, that the next week you saw the security services actively doing patrol and then checking around campus to ensure that that doesn't happen again. And then I think few weeks after, one guy got stabbed in the eye. I think in the whole of his eye, this part upwards, he got stabbed. Stabbed. Yeah, he was returning back from the library. Um, from reports, he was returning back from the library, studying at night. It was revision week. And I felt like KNUST, we've reached that part where we cannot give these excuses. You get this. We are a top institution and our security shouldn't be this fragile. So I mean that was one of the things that really pushed me that if the security would only be active when these things happen, then we are not doing the best. You get it right. And then also before coming to uni, I've always heard of this narrative that you coming to uni does not secure a future for you. You could come to uni and then still end up jobless, and then your classmates that dropped out still is well doing than you. So as part of the initiatives and one of the things that's motivated me and one of the things that I want to solve on campus is student employability. We've noticed that a lot of students come into the uni and when they graduate, they cannot say they don't have something to do. Many students are
Unemployed.
yes, and unemployed. Many students are anxious. We are paying school fees from first year to final year, and we are anxious. What does the future hold? What am I going to do after graduation? It will be a very sad story to come and pass through this whole painful experience, and then at the end of the day, you don't have anything to do. Yes. So I mean, if you look at the statistics, there are currently 1.3 million unemployed graduates in Ghana, and 60 to 90% of the graduates we produce a yearly become unemployed. So it is I mean when
The unemployment rate is high. I mean,
yes, yeah, the unemployment rate is increasing. And when student leaders come around, student aspiring leaders, they usually talk about the problems on campus. I want to increase more data bundle. I want to reduce foodstuff prices. I want to construct this road. I want to do this. I'm not saying
without thinking outside.
yeah, I'm not saying these things are not important, but I feel like it is high time the SRC extends and move beyond the four corners of KNUST. Because the real reason we came to school is to be able to, after getting a degree, we should be employable in the job market.
Wow. This is quite a national policy. Yes, if the president of Ghana is watching, I think we can. But then we'll dive deep into the policy. You will that. Let's move on to. So there are quite a number of people aspiring for this same position here in the student. I think you are around 18 or two. Yes. Yes. And you are the one you'll be talking to the others. What makes you different from the other candidates?
Okay, so first semester, when I declared my intentions to run for SRC president, I found out that 27 others were also running. So in total, we were 28 aspirants. And Yeah, I asked myself this question: why are so many people running for this position? And that's the highest number KNUST has ever recorded for aspirant. Yes, for 28, and even I think they are even more. But as it stands now, there are 19 aspirants running.
Right.
Yeah,
So you started from 28.
Yes.
They are reducing. Okay. So you moved dream machine.
yeah. So along the line, I ask myself this question. Sometimes I have one-on-one conversations with these people, either be it the college level, department, faculty, or SRC in general. Why are you running for president? Why do you want to become financial secretary? Why do you want to become general secretary? And there is one most of the times I get to that, yeah, like I want to be able to network. I want to give myself a lot of opportunities. I want to get money. I want to become rich. I want to do this. I want to do that.
Rich as the SRC president.
Like as in, I want to be able to acquire wealth through further leadership. But they are missing the whole point. You get it? Leadership is about service.
So
And if you serve your students and there are benefits that come in, fine. But your main motive for going into student leadership or politics shouldn't be that you want to get this, you want to get that. I see leadership as service. I see leadership as placing the welfare of your people at the center of every conversation.
every conversation.
Yeah. I see leadership as making sure that the interest of your people is made the utmost priority. And that's what most young leaders miss the point. And when I've been given the opportunity to serve, I've proven and I have a track record of serving selflessly. So I believe that when the people of KNUST gives me the opportunity, I'll serve them duly and I'll put them first.
And you put them first. That's interesting. So what positions have you held before? Have you held positions before? What were they? What exactly did you do that was different? And what do you think you achieved in those positions?
Okay. So back at GHS, I was the senior prefect, the head boy.
So yeah,
Yes. And in SHS, we had a club, all science students are part of the science and maths club automatically.
okay. So the head of the science and math piece,
No, not the science and maths piece. We have the science and maths club
science and math.
and we have the science and maths academy. So the science and maths academy is specifically for those who are going to be trained for the national science and maths piece. And the
Okay.
science and maths club contains every science student, regardless of whether or not you want to do NSMK.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it's like a club for them and teaching
Yes.
and then okay. That's
Because there are a lot of science classes, so it's like once in a while we have meetings throughout the week and in the month where we meet as a whole science community because there are about 12 science classes in my institution. So I was the president of the science and maths club.
As a language now. That's quite interesting. So drop your comments in the comment section. What you think Abdul Salam person, who you think he is on your campus. Viewing our comments and then we will respond to you as well. So let's move on to next question. The question is after you've left office as the SRC president, um, if you win, yes, what will be the life of a student the day after you've left the office?
Okay, so I mean, when I come into the office, there are lots of changes, and the general life of the students is going to be improved from their welfare to their academics to financial and career supports. I mean, so when I come into power, definitely, many students are like anxious. Many students are academically stressed. Yeah, thinking about how to navigate the slides. They are thinking about how to be prepared for exam. They're thinking about how to pass and all of that. Alongside, um, their welfare is also not the best. I mean, from the security, as I mentioned earlier, to transportation, how to easily and conveniently move around campus. To, I mean, a whole lot. So generally, the welfare of the students, the things that makes life comfortable on campus, the academic stress will definitely be improved when I come into power. So yeah,
All right, so the academic life of students, okay, that is impressive. Okay, so which university inspires you the most across the global world? Well, what do they do that you want to adapt in the institution of K University?
Okay. So I mean, when I wouldn't say there's a particular institution or university, but I look up to the universities and institutions in the US and the other European countries.
So they outside
Outside Africa and all of that.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, one thing that makes schooling in the US and the other countries attractive is that even if you don't have money, you can go to uni because you know that when I go, I can be able to work part time.
Okay, part time. Yes.
I can be able to work part time, pay my fees, take care of my own personal needs. You get it. But now in Ghana, here, you know that if you don't have money and then you come to schools, like you are going to definitely automatically be handicapped because who are you expecting to send you money? Living on campus is quite expensive. You get me? Campus life is expensive. So I mean that I definitely draw some inspiration from these people how they how they empower their students economically. So I feel like it is high time as KNUST we start to empower our students economically to make sure that once they are on campus, they don't have to stress too much about how do I get money, what am I going to do after I graduate, how am I? There are a lot of people with so many ideas, entrepreneurship ideas, and all of that. So, in as much as I want to do all the other things, it's hard time we start to focus about this economically. If I have to tell you the number of text messages I receive from students seeking for financial support
For my financial support. That one day I know that every agenda point, that is when people start to bring their problems.
you get it. And then some of these people are girls.
Girls.
Yeah. Sometimes it's genuine. Like you get somebody.
But people really think for girls, campus life is easy because once you get a boyfriend or something, that is all you're taking care of you. So it looks like girls don't struggle with financial loss.
Yeah. It may appear as if a girl is entering again to ask you, she's trying to build you. But some of these people are genuine. Like some of these cries are genuine. You get it?
They are really struggling.
Somebody hasn't eaten since morning. When you fix land for them, you made the person's day. You get it? And then and what if so I'm like the problem doesn't just get solved from just giving out. When you give out, I mean you not solve the root problem. You get it? So you need to solve the root problem and then what if I'm not able to get for these people? What if they land themselves in the hands of the wrong person? These girls could be taken advantage of. I mean, the boys could also be taking advantage of them.
Yes.
Yes.
It has one year do maybe I'm out. Yes.
You get it right. Yeah, and so students are really I mean if you don't have a stable state of mind, you cannot be able to learn. You're thinking about how to buy prepaid, you're thinking about this and that. You get it. Maybe you are the one taking care of your own school and your everything, tuition, to feeding yourself and all of that. So I mean if we give these students the opportunity to work while they study 1 or 2 hours a day, then at the end of the month, go and then you receive a paycheck 1,000 CDs, 1,500 CDs. That's huge. That's impressive. You get it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a nice policy you would like to students of the university. I don't know how it's going to sound or look like, but I believe it is going to be great. How do you see student welfare? When we say student welfare, what does it mean to you? What is your definition?
So students' welfare, I would say it's about making the lives of students stress-free, frictionless, and then providing the conducive environments and enabling environment to make sure that these students are able to learn without being anxious, without all of this stress. You get it right because you know that we came to KNUST or you come to uni to acquire a degree, but there are definitely things that would hinder you. So I see the welfare of students as making sure that these things and these challenges are being able to solve so that the students can be sound before either be security wise, academic stress wise, financial wise, you get it right.
Okay, so the students having sound and peaceful mind to stay. of the students you offer. Yes, you see that.
Mm.
So if you have the opportunity to do one and just only one thing,
Mhm.
what do you think is going to be?
So you see, sometimes as leadership is not maybe just about promising a whole lot of things and then giving a whole lot of policies that when I come, I want to do this and this and that. You know, one problem that people face most is that, and then especially our continuity, they feel like they've lost hope in the student leadership because when it's campaign time, and election
Take
time,
lots of
you'll come and
promises.
you get it. You'll come and promise, and then when the time is due, maybe due to one or two reasons, they were not able to fulfill all of those things, right? So me, I'll not be like I'll not come and promise you that I want to do this, I want to do that. You get it, right? But at the end of the day, I'll do something. I'll promise something that is realistic enough that I know that it's going to be acquired. Not just say something that will sound too political and then just for the votes. But if the back in 2003, there were a lot of postal crisis. There were a lot of fetching crisis, right, on campus. So the SR's presidential aspirant, I think it's Andy Okra.
The Okra.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
shout out on the Okra.
yeah, he came in and then proposed that he wants to set up an SRC hostel. And that's the SRC hostel. We have the SRC hostel on campus. And I mean, it's serving a lot of students. So that was the only campaign promise. He came in and he said, I don't want to do anything else. I want to set up the SRC hostel to reduce the accommodation crisis and a lot of fetching crisis.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he said, all the money.
We built a hostel for.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he said, I will take all the money, all your SRC dues. I will not do anything else. I'm promising you one thing.
We'll build a hostel. So he took all the money and
Yeah.
he built a
Yeah.
hostel.
So
And the student use really afford.
So this also actually happened. They set up it started the construction, you get it. And they set up a 10-year plan that SRC, any administration that comes forward, a certain percentage of the SRC dues would be used to continue the
project.
construct the projects, right? So I mean, and then the student actually got into it. So sometimes it's not just about promising a whole lot of things. So if if maybe you're able to, even if you promise one thing and then you're able to do it and do it very well, it's better than promising a whole lot of things and then not doing it. But if there's one thing that I would do, if I had to do one and only one thing, I would make sure that students have the opportunity to work while they're on campus. And so basically, economic empowerment, it doesn't just have to be giving them the opportunity. There are a lot of entrepreneurs that we could empower. You've heard of
Yeah.
yes.
I understand. I know of there are weekend sessions and then there are regular sessions. So if this policy is being applied, is it applied for regular students, let's say, to get the opportunity to work outside school? Because I know for a regular student, your schedule is really tight. You don't get the chance to do other stuff. Yes. And if you're trying to make there a way for them to work while they're that's nice.
So
That's a nice.
yeah, so both regular or parallel students will be given the opportunity. I mean, somebody the whole Friday the person doesn't have class. Maybe the whole day the person has just one class, but the person can spare 1 hour to actually there are lots of institutions on campus. The person can spare 1 hour, get in there, work for 1 hour, and over a month, when the month ends, you get to
All right. That's really a nice policy. Yes. You want to be president of KNUST. Yes. Yes. How do you want to learn from the role as the president?
yeah. So I mean, I've already started learning. I've learned a lot on this journey. Um, since I announced my intentions to run for SRS president, started in January, and it's been 6 months now. I've definitely learned a lot of things, but yeah, a lot of things I've learned. I've definitely learned how to interact well, better with people. Um, I've learned people management. I've learned discipline. The agenda person is like one of the most disciplined person you can actually meet. You know why? Why? Because waking up for me, my schedule is like I wake up at 4 a.m. The latest I wake up is 5 a.m. And mostly when I come back to the rooster, I come back around 12 p.m. You get it? And repeating the cycle over and over again is very stressful, very stressful. You get it right. Having to walk around the whole day. Sometimes I tell myself I can walk from here to Accra.
Yes, you can because KNUST campus walking up and down trying to live. That is a very tough work to do. So you can from Accra to Kumasi probably a month here. Maybe you work a do to so yes, it's really tough. I can imagine that. Yes. What kind of leader inspires you?
Okay.
Like leadership like Rollins, like tough like Rollins, or maybe calm like Sophia Knight, or maybe the new gen, the digital world.
Okay.
Oh, we have yes.
So I mean, the both the types of leaders you mentioned, they both have their downsides. They have their upsides too. So I would definitely see a mixture or a combination of both. Sometimes you need to be calm. Sometimes you need to be strict, like strict or like you get to right there, train on something. And then tech is something that we cannot do away with today. We are in the AI generation, artificial generation. So I mean, it's just definitely going to be a combination of both.
Of both.
Yeah.
Okay. So every aspect of your leadership will have something.
Yes.
Out of this.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's great. Okay, I like how you are going about the questions. Okay, I must say I'm impressed with your questions. Yes. So, what are the values you demand from your team? Yes, the executives you are going to work with. What are some of the values you demand? Let's say your vice president disagrees with something that you are saying. But how do you think you will react? Or how do you want them to approach your thing?
Yeah. So as a team, if we will be successful in leading the students and serving the students, we have to be selfless. All the individuals have to learn to put their personal interests second and place the interests of their people first. So when there are situations, so I mean our decision making should focus on the student. We should learn to keep our personal interest, and then even if we have to make decisions that will go against us. So I mean, if my vice president disagrees with me, it's not all the time that decisions or like they have to always take my side or they have to take their side. We have to come to a certain consensus and then see what decision favors the student body as a whole. You know, when you look at Nelson Mandela, you see there were I mean there were he made a decision or he took a stand that um made him go into prison, right? Nelson Mandela. He took I think when he was trying to rise against the apartheid regime, I mean at that point he knew the consequences were there. And but then he still went for it. That's the kind of and he really inspires me because at the end of the day, if you have to take a decision that will go against you or your family, like you get it right. So far as you're willing to serve the people, to serve the greater good, that's what true leadership is about.
That's what good leadership is about. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? And how do you see your presidency affecting that? How is you being yourself as president affecting how you're going to see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, so I mean, I'm currently a mechanical engineering student. So I mean, I definitely see myself working in an engineering firm or starting something up, or definitely see myself in the engineering sector. Aside that, I'm also passionate about entrepreneurship. So alongside, I could be doing something in entrepreneurship, and then my political career. I don't see this as the ultimate goal. This is just the beginning of the student politics. So I mean, I definitely want to see myself rising bigger heights and then all of that. And that's why I really want to make sure that I serve my people dearly. Because one day what if I want to run for assembly member or I want to run for a bigger MP and then something like that. But when I came to power, I didn't serve them well, maybe I came to squander their money. You get it right. So I see this as if they give you the smaller mandate and then you disappoint them or you let them down, nobody will believe you. You get it right. So I take my credibility very important. My credibility is one thing that I don't want to choke with.
Alright, alright. So this is just a stepping stone for you. Drop your comments in the comment section and let's get interactive. It's Abdul Salam, an aspirant from KNUST SRC, and then he's doing great. So if you want to say anything about him, just drop it in the comments. I will make sure we respond to you. My last and then last but one question. Okay, one student is broke. Let's say the 100 student is broke. It's financially stressed and then academically stressed too. What is your message to such students?
Yeah, so fellow students of KNUST, I know you are going through a lot of struggles. I know you are financially handicapped. I know that you have a lot of academic stress. But then I want to give you this word that I'm here to serve you. I'm here to fight for you. I'm here to champion your interest. I'm here to make sure that your welfare is made the utmost priority. And I'm going to put when I come into power, I'm going to put in policies that is going to make sure that in as much as your entertainment is prioritized, in as much as I give you more internet data, in as much as I reduce or try my possible best to reduce your hostel prices, I'm also going to think about your economic empowerment, because the main reason for which you came to KNUST is to be able to do something after you graduate. And then most of the people feel like they especially the final years, they feel like I don't want to vote because SRC does not affect me. And I'm like, SRC should move beyond the four corners of KNUST. It shouldn't be just about what happens on campus. The real challenge happens when we graduate. That's when you see the real realities of life. So when we start to structure our policies around this employability and then economic empowerment, and as much as we care about all the other things that happens on campus, I believe that will go. Let me tell you one story. First semester, I went to one class and then I went to talk. And then after that, the TA approached me and he's like, "Oh, Abdul, you're running for SRC president. My NSS allowance hasn't been in for 3 months." Yes.
Wow.
So this hits me. Like these people are alumni. They pay school fees from first year to final year, and now they are serving back to the school. And how are you expecting these people to live from? Like, what are you expecting them to live by? How are you expecting them to survive? You get it right. It's not like they're even working at a different institution. You get it. So, and I propose this like, regardless of whether or not the allowance comes in, it's still not enough. I don't know how much is it, but I think 700 CDs.
Yes,
Cannot
we have
take-
them.
700 CDs will finish in 2 weeks.
Of course.
Watch it. And so,
This debate.
yes, it Inti, no matter what happens, or say a young Kazano, KNUST, let's do something. And we can set up an emergency support fund we can create a package for the people who want to do service on campus. That when you become this, maybe they are giving you 500 CDs in addition to your monthly allowance that counts, or we are giving you this, they are giving you 1,000 CDs or that, right? So that way, when the final year is going to vote, he knows that, okay, definitely the SRC has impact in like my future. You get
Your
it, right?
future. Exactly. So we are just trying to say that yes, also should go beyond just in school. They should go outside the box
Yes.
and affect every student.
Yes.
Yes, Abdul Salam, your last message to the students of KNUST. They are watching you and then they want to hear your last message. So talk to your people.
Elections is on the 5th of August. And when you go to the ballot screen, you would have to choose candidate A and not candidate B. But what is definitely going to influence your choice or decision? You have to choose a candidate who stands for you. You have to choose a candidate who champions your interest. You have to choose a candidate that makes sure that your welfare is a priority. You have to choose a candidate that fights for you. And that's the kind of leader Abdul Salam is. I'm here to selflessly serve you. I don't just seek to lead you, but I seek to serve you. I am Abdul Salam and I'm your humble servant. Thank you.
Thank you for watching, guys. Here is Abdul Salam's last message. I hope you hear and do the needful. If you have anybody you want us to interview next, just drop the name in the comment section. Whichever school or wherever the person is, we are coming to find you and make sure you talk to your students. You're welcome to Nova Global. Thanks for watching this. Thank you very much.
Thank you.